Alrighty. Secret Sauce episode like 30 something, but we'll just do a reset. Hard reset. Episode 1, since I'm cross platforming on everything now. And today's episode is cooking from your own garden. Um, just left my garden. It was a little rainy, so excuse my appearance, but it's time for me to eat and do this podcast, so I'm starving. Um, in my garden, I have the things that I've planted and I've sown and I've got in there. But what we're working with today is something that Mother Nature has provided, right? So these bad babies are called mustard greens, and like they grow like weeds. They just pop up and they're everywhere. And they grow like twice in the growing season, so you can catch them early and cut them down and use them, and then they'll grow back, and then you can use them again later. And how to know you have regular wild mustard is you'll have these mustard seeds at the top. You can see the little mustard seeds and these yellow flowers. So, and every part of the plant is edible, like literally every part, all the way down to the root, which you could use for medicinal purposes. So the thing about the wild mustard is like uh, a Eve plant, if you will. You have all these other hybrids that come from the wild mustard. So with this plant right here, you get um, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts. Everything comes from this, and this is the OG. This is the originator right here. This wild mustard. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very important plant. Very edible and very delicious. So what we're gonna do with it today is make a wrap or something. This is like my first time cooking with it for real. So I'm gonna experiment here. I know I can make some good collards with it, but I want to try some other stuff before I just make collard. I got so much of it, I'm definitely gonna make some collards. Well, this batch I wanted to do something. So got the smaller leaves here. Now with the mustard plant, it gets pretty big. It can grow about 4 to 5 feet tall, and the leaves toward the top will get bigger, and they'll be a little bit more bitter, like have like a little collard taste to it. And the ones that smaller, the fresh leaves won't be as bitter. So the bigger leaves I'm gonna save to use for like a batch of greens. I'm gonna cook a batch of greens, and these smaller ones cut and cleaned. I'm gonna make like spinach. Cook them the same way you would some spinach. So we'll make like some spinach wraps. So these came from my own garden. And to kind of segue that into the topic, cooking from your own garden, um, there's this book I read a little while ago, Acres of Diamonds, and it's basically telling the human to cultivate the talents they have within themselves or within their area or community. Farm the acre of diamonds right in your own backyard. The plot of the story is kind of funny. The dude was digging for diamonds, like I think his neighbor, some I can't remember the details, but somebody in his area found diamonds on their land, so he started digging. He got, I want to say, a foot away from digging deeper till he found the diamond pile, but he had been digging for some months or years or whatever and didn't get to it. Sold the land. Fast forward a month later, the dude he sold the land to dug a foot deeper. He just dug a foot deeper and found the biggest diamond pile ever. So the man that originally owned the diamonds, he gave up on his acre of diamonds. I mean, he didn't own them. He owned the land, but he stopped farming the land. So it was his loss. And that's just the moral of that story is trusting yourself and trusting the talents and the skills and the people you have around you and use them. You know what I'm saying? And get it done because you have diamonds around you that you can polish up and shine and use the way you need to use to get to where you need to be. So I feel this pan getting hot. We're gonna start with this cabbage because I'm gonna add the cabbage first. Saute that down just a little bit. I don't want to cook it too much. I want it to still have a bite. And then the onions and garlic, some seasoning, and then we're gonna cook this last because this is gonna cook fast like spinach would. So let's get our cabbage in there. I'm just gonna do some cabbage butter. I usually keep some thyme. Ain't got no time right now for my garden, so cook that down. So we'll let the cabbage cook down. Then we're gonna add these pieces of garlic. Got 2 cloves. But yeah, this wild mustard grows everywhere. Y'all might have some of y'all own backyard or front yard or whatever, and you could cut it down. It's good to go right now, and it's good to eat all throughout the season, and you can eat the whole plant. So, and I love learning how to observe the land that I come from and seeing what it naturally provides, what I don't have to bring from the outside. Because I have my own seeds and stuff that I planted. I grew some watermelons. I got some corn. I got a bunch of stuff to put in the garden, but this wild mustard was there already. You know what I'm saying? It put the work in, so I'll pay it homage and mess with it first. And the thing about these is the seeds will spread and it'll grow it'll grow annually. Unless you dig it all the way up out your garden. But like you could just pick the leaves off. You could even cut it down to almost the root and it'll come back up. So it's a good plant to figure out and learn how to work for real, for real. So I'm treating it like spinach today though. And growing from your own garden is big. It's like, I mean, not growing, but cooking from your own garden. Growing too. Because the way the world is going, we don't know how these grocery stores gonna be. The farmlands is compromised. Bill Gates owned like all the farmland, so you can't trust him. I'd say just get get a little bit of green thumb or find some people that got some land of their own and start getting getting it straight from the source. You know what I'm saying? The food will be compromised here soon. Add my onions. Add a little bit more butter. Now, cooking from your own garden. So I look at it like you take your time to find the field, you survey the land, you sow the ground, you till the ground. I mean, then you sow the seeds and you water it, you watch it grow, you see everything growing nice and abundantly. You start picking it to share with others, and then motherfuckers come around and start. They ain't put no work in, they ain't dug up no ground, but they all in your garden, snatching up fruits and eating the fruits of your labor. Now it's okay if I offer to give you some or we can crop together or I'll show you how to farm this, but just don't come on my land taking my motherfucking crops. You know what I'm saying? Don't be stealing my fruits so you can have my seeds and plant them in your own gardens. These my fruits. This is the land I worked on, and I tilled this land, and I sowed these seeds. You know what I'm saying? So that's what cooking from your own garden is. Um, and there ain't nothing wrong with sharing the produce or the product or whatever, but motherfuckers got to know where it come from, and it came from your garden. So let's talk. I'm really making this for the first time too, and it's like spinach in my head. So that's how I'm gonna cook it, like spinach. So I'm assuming it's just gonna wilt down. Add a little bit more. It's actually welting down pretty good. I don't know. We might have something here. Let's season it. Some garlic pepper. You ever open the wrong side of a seasoning thing and you dump like literally the whole freaking can of pepper on there? Oh my goodness. Who's that? Thank you, Arlene. Trying to work on my aesthetics a little bit. So I just like to cook. I was actually going to get ready to talk on some topics, Arlene, like NAACP and all that. Why people are asking me why I'm not doing my event with them and why there's different Juneteenth events and whatnot. And that goes into cooking from your own garden. So the topic makes sense. And this is looking fire. Alright. Huh. So it literally cooked down like spinach did. So I think it had a good bite to it. Needs a little bit of liquid, but it's good. It don't taste like no green I've ever had before. It don't taste like spinach. It don't taste like collard. I actually do get a little tinge of mustard though when I chew it. So that's interesting. All right, so I think how I'm gonna eat it though is just I'm gonna dump it right in the rack, and smash it like that. I think that's how we gonna do it. Yeah, wild mustard, just tiny leaves. You could treat it like spinach, basically. So don't try this at home. I got chef hands. Don't stick your hand in no hot pot. Kind of bitter still, even the small leaves. I don't know what I'm about to do to cut that. Maybe some cayenne. I didn't put a lot in it just to be safe. I was like, I don't know. So let's see. White rice in there. Let that cook a little bit longer. So we got a wild mustard and cabbage wrap going on. I'm gonna just say it's done. We'll find out as we start eating it. I have not cooked with this yet, so y'all seeing this firsthand. Cooked with all types of greens throughout my life, so I don't think it's any different. It's definitely got a gamey ass flavor to it, though. Very mustardy. Yeah. When I cook them like collard style, I'm definitely gonna have to slow cook them. Low, slow, and a long time with some meat, some garlic cloves, a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it is strong. It's wild mustard actually. So the wild mustard plant grows like wildly everywhere. We have this all in our yard. And from these, you get broccoli, kale, cauliflower, what else they supply? They got a lot of stuff off this. Brussels sprouts. So, and with these, you can even use the little seeds at the top, dry them out, and make mustard. Like make your own homemade mustard with the seeds. But I'm using the smaller leaves, which were at the bottom, and these weren't as bitter. So I made a wrap with it. I made like a cabbage and mustard green wrap, if you will. So I didn't go too crazy with the greens though, because it's my first time making it. So I had to make sure. And I was right. That shit is bitter. So I'm thinking next time I soak them, I'm gonna soak them like a little bit longer with some baking soda or something and draw out some of that bitter, because you could do that with collards. But it's a good plant though to learn how to cook and use, because I mean you can eat the whole thing, even the flowers. Now the flowers taste good. It's just you don't get a lot of them. Like that part you could just peel it off and eat. And that tastes real good actually. And it tastes like mustard. That's crazy. So with the bigger leaves, I'm gonna make like a collard green style with the big leaves. That's what I'm gonna do. But let's finish this so I can smash because I'm hungry. So now I'm gonna add me some yams. And I gotta have a sauce. Cause I'm a saucy nigga, you know. Always gotta have a sauce. So what I'm gonna do is like a I don't know what's gonna go with this. Maybe like a spicy mayo. What's y'all favorite hot sauce? I keep all the hot sauces on deck. All of them. You gotta have options. Every hot sauce don't go with everything. Some stuff go with chicken. Some stuff you use with sauces. Some stuff go with fish. Some stuff go with tacos, etc. So I think I'm gonna use some Louisiana, some mayo, some Valentina. Cooking from your own garden and all this stuff that I am cooking besides the tortilla and rice. I gotta figure out how to do those, the wheats and grains. But I'm growing yams. I got my own yams growing. Got my own onions growing. My own cabbage growing. A bunch of stuff. So pretty soon I'm trying to just be farm to table, like literally. Yeah, this is a burrito. Yeah, I think the Valentina. I think I'm gonna go with the Valentina. A little bit of Louisiana. You see, I be tearing that shit up. That one about damn near gone. The rest of that shit, I ain't even open this Texas Pete. I gotta be in the mood for this. It's good though, but it ain't like my go-to. So Do a little bit of Valentina. That thick girl. Then we're gonna do some Louisiana. And some mayo. Put some mayo in there. Mix that around. Don't be afraid of the spice. Yeah, so it's basically a burrito. You know what I'm saying? A little fancy drizzle on. If I wasn't on camera, I literally would just glob this shit on there and go about my day. Alright. It's looking good. So, roll that big boy over. Take a bite and I'll let y'all know the verdict. I'm gonna go far. Mm. Mm. Yeah, it tastes like spinach in there to me. They don't soak up the flavor of the spinach. So I could see why they really didn't use this particular plant to eat as much. They spliced it because this got a strong fucking flavor. Because I didn't even put a lot of it in there, and I could taste it through that. So I'm thinking cooking it collard style with some smoked meat. I'm gonna be Gucci. You said before the yams, Ashley. I'm extra. I need to like have a whole bunch of extra shit in there. Maybe black beans or pencil beans instead of the yams. I like the yams though. It's good though. Filling. I can perfect that. I'm thinking I gotta cook this damn mustard with some lemon juice or something too, like a little pinch of lemon juice. It's not bad, but you know when your head, when you're expecting something and it's not that, it kind of irk you. In my head, it was spinach and it was cooking down like spinach. I'm like, fuck this shit from my head like spinach. It's not. It's mustard. I just gotta accept that that's what it is. It's good though. Okay, so for the events coming up this weekend, we got Juneteenth, Father's Day, and there's like one downtown the day before my event. I want to say that's NAACP's. That's not mine. People keep asking if that's my event. That's not my event. I don't know, Ashley. I I don't know if it's gonna be like the yellow mustard because I'm looking at the mustards and the seeds black as hell. I thought they was gonna be white, yellow. Maybe when they dry out, they'll be yellow. No, they is starting to look yellow. I think it is gonna be like stadium mustard. Let me crack one open. They just fall out easy as hell. They're so little, yeah. They're yellow. Mm-hmm. Maybe like little mustard. Hmm. Damn, that shit good as fuck. Yeah, you just toss some of them little seeds on top of something like a garnish. Yeah, I think it'll taste like the yellow mustard actually. That's good. But yeah, the NAACP event is not mine. That's the NAACP event. Yeah, that's the day before. I don't know what they got going on. But if y'all can make it, make it. But this is the event to be at. You dig? So I have some tables set up, some cards, of course, dominoes, shit like that. Then I want to do like karaoke. I want some people to come up there and sing. Do some karaoke. Um, as far as food, I'm gonna have like all the like mains covered. I'm gonna do the typical shit I usually do for Juneteenth. I'm gonna barbecue, do some mac and cheese, collards, stuff like that. I'm not adverse to anybody bringing mac and cheese, collard. It like we could double it up. You know how niggas be. We like mac and cheese, so y'all could bring your own versions. Um, yeah, bring the good vibes. Any vendors, anybody want to set up anything? Let me know. We still got a couple days, but it's really like potluck picnic vibes. So that's what I got going for mine, and that's what I kind of wanted to cultivate and do when I was first doing these. That's from my understanding, that's how it's supposed to be celebrated. It's not a money grab. It's not a commercial holiday, if you will. They're making it a commercial holiday so they can pander to black people, but for the most part, it's just a organic kickback type of holiday, if you will. And that's kind of what I want to go for. So if you want them vibes, come fuck with me. There will be music, free food. You could get a chance to get on the mic, showcase your talents. Play some cards, play some games. Think about bringing a little basketball hoop up and like a little 3-point contest or something. Or maybe do like a wiffle home run derby, like with the wiffle balls out there. So I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. I'll have all the order events worked out tomorrow. And then for trade day, back to this shit. Because I gotta get to this topic. Well, I don't got. I gotta address this shit. Because people asking me why. I you so be do be rapping. You got a rap name. Oh damn! I got to tell Sean to update. Give you a little 5 minutes so I ask some shit. But yeah, just growing from your own garden. We got. Is my mic messing up? Because they know I was getting ready to talk shit. It's like, let me piss the fuck this nigga. So just growing from your own, or cooking from your own garden. Not even growing from your own garden. Cooking from your own garden. So Painesville is turning up. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting like to the point to where outside entities are coming in and they want to bring their businesses in here and like get established, get a foothold and get ahead of the game because they see where Painesville is heading, the direction it's heading in. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's holding it down out here and continuing to cook from their own garden. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna get this bitch turned up. Um, I love seeing it. I'm not in any competition with no human beings. Period. Like I know I talk shit and I'm competitive, but I'll be competitive with entities and energy. That's what I'm competitive. I'll be competitive
with energy. And I know people see it and think I might be talking about them or not them. It ain't no shit like that. I love people. So, but the entities like these organizations that be trying to undermine me and step on my toes or put obstacles in my way when all I really want to do is just help in the way I know how to, which is cooking, having fun, and doing shit. Them people I've been talking about be hating on me, undermining me, and literally they'll block me and then throw the same event I'm fucking throwing. Like literally, they did this shit like 5 times. I got this shit on evidence, but we hashed all that shit out, so I'm cool with the city. I'm not even talking about it.
Yeah, them motherfuckers got me the fuck up on out of here. I'm back, baby. So yeah, we're gonna shut it, end it out though. Um, I just wanted to say, like, yeah, you see me ranting and going off. It ain't necessarily about a human being or a person. It's normally a fucking um entity or energy. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, individuals do partake in certain energies, or they fuck maybe associated with a certain energy or entity. And in that case, I would be talking to them, but it's not to the person, it's still to the energy and entity. So, but at the end of the day, I just want to say shout out to everybody who is cooking from their own garden, because this is our garden, and we gotta maintain it, till the ground, sow the seeds, and reap the fruits of our labor. Can't let nobody else come in and take this shit. So keep up the good work, y'all. I holla.